There's a ton of different things that I learned in my whole process of doing 400 plus customers, can cleaning, mobile detailing, and lawn care. All the customers I've ever had have always agreed on one thing that they absolutely hate, and we're gonna go over that today. And it might shock you because everybody in my comment section seems to disagree with it. And that one thing being using deposits to get customers to pay you before the job, even if it's only half. I've lost almost $1,000 worth of jobs trying to implement this strategy. So today I'm here to settle what's right and what's wrong. A big issue in the service business is whether the customer wants to pay you or won't pay you. With lower ticket services, about $25 to $100, this just isn't that necessary, and a lot of the customers are gonna hate it. I've done a ton of can cleaning jobs around this exact money amount, and the customers look at me ridiculously crazy when I even bring it up. This is an absolutely sound concept though. Whenever you write it down on paper and you read it, you're like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Getting the money up front before the job happens. Who wouldn't like that, right? It starts to protect you as the worker, but then the customer loses their leverage because the leverage of the customer is to have the money. So you have to show up and do the job or nobody gets paid. Now the customer has to run the risk of paying you, but you don't show up. 𝗤𝘂𝗂 is incredible, especially if you need help keeping up with customers, sending estimates, invoices, or collecting payments. Give 𝗤𝘂𝗂 a try for free. Just click the link in the comment section and the description of this video. 𝗤𝘂𝗂 is also the fastest way to send estimates, invoices, and secure payment from your customers, and even providing you with real-time business analytics such as close ratio, sales, and expense tracking. I can absolutely understand having to try to do this because whenever you're doing pressure washing jobs, getting upwards of thousands of dollars, you don't want to lose that money. That's a huge risk. If somebody were to try and not pay you, which they might actually do, there would just be bad stuff happening. You need to protect yourself to take legal action or just protect yourself with half the money. For me, of course, I would absolutely love to be able to implement this strategy into my business model. But to ask the customer to send me 25 to 50 bucks before the job even happens, they'll never go for it. So whenever I say the customer would never go for this, it's absolutely dependent on which service you offer. Most customers for any low ticket services, whether it be window cleaning, trash can cleaning, whatever, under a certain dollar amount, the customer is going to simply just deny you every single time because they don't respect the service that much, and they want to be able to keep their leverage in case you don't show up. It doesn't affect them. But like I said, whenever you get to a level when you're charging hundreds and even thousands of dollars, you would need to implement this. I recommend it absolutely. It's kind of crazy. People would rather decline the job completely than just pay a simple deposit so that we are protected. But it's also extremely understandable. People aren't trustworthy, especially if they haven't done work for you before, and I'm a younger guy, so they might assume I wouldn't show up anyway. So let's go ahead and put you in the shoes of you own a trash can cleaning business or a window cleaning service. If you were to try to approach a customer, even trying to get them to sign a contract or just simply saying, hey, I would like a deposit up front of half the money, they're going to laugh in your face. You go ahead and say, Matt, that doesn't even matter. I'm just not going to do the job because they said they won't do my deposit. Okay, cool. So you're going to lose thousands of dollars even more because you're not accepting the jobs. That is, of course, if you can get customers to sign a contract, then it will work. This contract would simply state that the customer has to give you a deposit before the job can even get scheduled. And you can also make this contract signable through a link so the customer doesn't even have to be with you. If you decide you want to set up a contract with a customer, a paper contract in person, let me save you the time and say that's a stupid idea. Even trying to get the customer to sign a simple contract through the phone is not going to be easy unless it's a high ticket sale, of course. Okay, so to make this extremely simple, or as simple as I can, if you want to run a business or you even own a business currently and you're quoting jobs that are under $300, you're going to lose the job if you try to do a contract where they give you a deposit. I worked with a customer a few months ago when I was trying to implement this into my business, and everything was all right at first. That is, until I let them know that I require a deposit for me to be able to schedule the job with them. And I even let the customer know that I've had a couple people not pay me for jobs, so this just sets me up for security. And there's no harm, no foul if they sign it. This just protects me as the business owner. Therefore, if I show up and do all the work, spend my time there, spend my equipment and my money, then I'm not losing any money because they're going to pay me. But the customer never answered me again. I figured maybe this is a one-time thing, but listen, I had the same problem happen again. It happened a few weeks later after that first job, and the customer literally said that I was a scammer trying to get a deposit before the job so I wouldn't show up. Then they started commenting on all of my advertisements, telling people not to use me as a service provider because I'm not going to show up to the job and I require a deposit. Listen, I didn't even do the job for them because they wouldn't let me. They had no idea if I was going to show up or not. Simply the concept of me getting protected and getting paid before the job even happened was a massive deal breaker. I'm sure after I post this video, I'm going to get a ton of disagreement. I'm going to get it from the customer perspective and the business owner perspective. But remember, it's always a good idea to try stuff. I'm simply here just to give you advice and stuff that I've already learned. There's a lot of things in business that we think would make ours so much better, and a lot of things that we think are just smart but the customers are not fond of. And the bitter truth is that the customer is literally the heart and soul of our service providing business. If what you're trying to do or what you're trying to implement loses customers, then you're losing money and then you lose your business. And I know this might sound dumb. It's kind of funny because a lot of people think, hey dude, just don't take the job because what's going to happen? What's the worst thing that could happen if you don't take the job? If the customer says they're not going to sign your deposit, then what does it even matter? But the truth is that you're going to lose that customer. And for other people, a lot of people can't get customers. With my personal strategy and my course, I've been able to get a lot of customers. I've been very fortunate, but a lot of my subscribers have been struggling to get more customers or even their first customer. But I developed my own lead strategy that has gotten me my first $10,000 in jobs. And good news, my course is completely finished. If you guys want to learn my strategy of how I've gotten $10,000 in free leads that I can continue to service day after day after day, there is now a number that you can contact. Listen, the course is not going to be for free. I give away a lot of good information on this channel, but if you want to take your business to the next level, or you're thinking about starting a business but you don't know how to get customers, in this course I'm going to teach you how not to get scammed, how to get thousands of dollars in free customers that you can service on and on and on, also how to talk to customers and make sure that you sell your service quickly and efficiently with my own personal messages that I've had with customers. You guys can contact this number up here, and if you send me the word strategy, we're going to get you set up immediately. But a lot of people can't get customers, so someone that doesn't own a business, it's so much easier to say, oh, I'm not going to take the job then if they don't do the deposit, because that's unsafe. There's a lot of risk. You have to accept the risk, because if you're not taking jobs, then you're not making any money. And if you're not making any money, then you don't have a business. So you kind of have to put up with certain things, and you kind of have to listen to what the customer says. That's why whenever someone's trying to start a business, you have to find what your price points are. That's a little bit off topic, but you really do. If the customer isn't fond of a certain price point and you're always getting no's, you have to find what's going to bring you about an 80%, 75% success rate. That way you could be making the most amount of money possible, but you're also getting the most amount of job acceptance. You could easily charge the least that anyone's ever even heard of. I could charge $5 a can, $2 a can if I wanted to. I would get every single job. I guarantee you I'd get every job. But what would that do for me? Absolutely nothing. I would be getting jobs, but the work that I would be doing wouldn't be making me any money. It wouldn't be worth my time, and simply like not valuing myself or not valuing my service enough wouldn't benefit me at all. Pretty much would only benefit the customer, and they don't care what your price is as long as it benefits them and not you. Because if the customer feels like they're getting ripped off, bye-bye to the job, bye-bye. Like I said, if the customer isn't happy, if the customer isn't getting what they want, guess what they're going to do? They're going to stop messaging you. You're going to lose the job, and then you're going to wonder, hey, what's going on here? You're going to message them again. They're not going to answer because they don't care. Not that they don't care about you as a person, but your service isn't that important to them. So if you do charge thousands of dollars per job, do yourself a favor, get a deposit set up or get a contract. I highly recommend getting a contract. If you guys want to check out 𝗤𝘂IQ, I do it in the beginning of all my videos. 𝗤𝘂IQ has a feature that you can set up written contracts, and it's all e-signable. You can send it over to the customer. Customer can sign it, read it, whatever they want. Basically just protects you from anything that might happen and has happened. I hope you guys did enjoy the video though. Comment down below contract if you made it to this point in the video, and I'm going to choose one of you guys that are working on your business, have started your own business or whatever, and we're going to do one free coaching call. So like I said, comment down below the word contract, and I'm going to catch you in the next video. Peace.